A rare opportunity, a chance for you to judge for yourself. For the first time from inside Bali jail, Schapelle Corby's own story, the whole story. How she was caught carrying more than 4 kilos of marijuana in her luggage. That's a bag about the size of a pillowcase. How she's coping after more than a month in a steamy Indonesian prison. And how she's facing the future, the threat of death by firing squad. The evidence? Well, the odds seem to be stacked against her, even though she's adamant she didn't do it. Now, see what you think.
It's hard to say that it's actually hit. I'm adapting to it. It's like I'm living someone else's horrible life, though. Like, I shouldn't be here. So I'm just trying to be strong, and I'm just lucky that I've got really good family and friends to help me get through.
Can you believe it?
No, I can't. All I can do is try to adapt as best I can and try to keep healthy.
This is where I met Schapelle Corby, at Bali's police headquarters in Denpasar. She's now confined to the same cell that once held the Bali bomber Amrozi. Our jailhouse interview is the first time the 27-year-old Queenslander has spoken at length about her arrest and the possible consequences. Schapelle, the death penalty is a reality. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I know that. But hopefully it won't get to there. The prosecutors are actually at the point now to decide whether it's 20 years or life.
20 years of life.
Which to me, it's like, what's the use of me trying to survive these days anyway? If life's, what, even 20 years?
You couldn't do that?
For my family, I could. For myself, what's the use? I'll be like 50 by the time I get out, and I'd never be married, never have children.
Bali is Australia's playground, a place of cheap holidays and tropical delights. This was Schapelle Corby's first trip back here in 4 years. It was October the 8th, a Friday, when Schapelle, her younger brother James, and 2 girlfriends flew out of Brisbane via Sydney, headed for Bali. Within a matter of minutes, the bags were being unloaded from Schapelle's flight. Inside the terminal, she collected her luggage and headed through customs.
People were getting their luggage checked, and I thought, oh, okay, maybe that's a normal thing because of all the terrorists and whatever. And so the guy that was checking the bags said to my young brother, who's 17, he said, "Is that your boogie board?" And yeah, I'm so excited, you know, I'm having a holiday. I hadn't been here for 4 years, and I've gone, no, it's mine. And I've picked it up and I've put it on the counter, and yeah, it's mine. And I've opened it up and I've just seen, I don't know what it was, but I just thought it's not, I didn't put it there. And as I closed it.
You knew instantly it was?
No, I just knew there was something there.
And what worried you about that?
It's just an instant click, oh my God. I've seen this kind of things in the movie, but I didn't know what it was at the time. I just knew that all I'd put in there was my boogie board and my flippers.
But the customs officer who screened Schapelle's luggage already had his suspicions that there was more than just a boogie board in her bag. How was she behaving at that time?
After I started opening the second zipper, I asked her to finish opening it up. She started to get quite nervous and confused. And that is why I started feeling inside the bag and opening the zipper even further.
Do you believe Schapelle Corby knew she had something illegal in her bag?
I'm sure, because when we opened the second zipper, she was already trying to stop the opening of it.
Oh no, I have something inside.
It's been reported in the Australian press that the customs officer who challenged you about the drugs said that you, in his opinion, behaved very nervously.
He barely looked at me. I opened them myself.
He said that you were reluctant.
To open it? He didn't even ask me to open it. He said to my brother, "Is that your bag? Is that your boogie board?" I'm going, yay, I'm so happy. No, it's mine. Hey, here you go. Whee. Yep, that's mine.
He felt that you were acting almost suspiciously.
No. And then I wasn't sure if he'd seen it, but I knew I was going to be in trouble anyhow, whether he's seen it or whether it's been planted there and someone's waiting for me to go outside, then they're going to get me outside. So I was going to be in trouble either way.
You didn't try and conceal
No.
what was in your boogie board?
Well, I didn't know if he saw it. I opened it and then I closed it.
So you unzip it?
I unzipped it. He didn't even ask me to. I did it myself. No, I opened it and I've gone. And I saw it and I was like, oh my God, I'm in trouble.
Inside the bag was 4.2 kilos of marijuana, with an estimated street value of more than $80,000. It's the biggest ever seizure at Bali's airport.
And then they did a little test and it came in purple, and then they came to me and it says marijuana. And I'm like, well, yeah, I can smell it's marijuana, but it's not mine. This is my bag and this is not mine. But they were getting my brother to touch it and do all things, and I'm like, it didn't hit me. What's happening?
Did you know this was trouble?
Yeah, I didn't know exactly how much trouble.
Under Bali drug laws, possession is everything. The bag was Schapelle's, the drugs were Schapelle's, unless she can prove that somebody else put them there. So now it is up to her legal team to try and establish her innocence, because as far as the Bali authorities are concerned, the case is closed. She's guilty.
Somebody should be really mad, out of their mind, to bring 4.2 kilograms of marijuana in a transparent plastic bag. It's bizarre.
It's not possible Schapelle did this.
No, not possible.
Vasu Rasaya is spokesman for the legal team defending Schapelle. So Schapelle has been charged with importing drugs and for being a dealer in drugs.
Yes.
What penalty does she face?
If they prove both, then she has a maximum penalty of 20 years life or 20 years and 1 billion rupiah fine.
Or death?
Yes. It is one of everybody's concern.
That this girl may lose her life?
If it's proven beyond doubt on all counts.
Do you dare to think about the future?
I am being really positive. I have to be. Otherwise I'll just, it took me 5 days to actually eat. I was vomiting every day. Just like, what's going on? I couldn't understand it. And I realised I have to be, everyone's been strong for me, so I have to have a respect for them and show them that I'm going to be okay. Until I go to court and the judge will say I'm innocent, there's no other way that he can go.
If Schapelle didn't put the drugs in the bag, then who did? It's a question the family is still grappling with. Her older sister Mercedes, who once lived in Bali, is convinced there's a sinister explanation.
Everybody is just saying, oh, mafia, sabotage.
That's what they're saying to you
Everybody. Even if I'm in a taxi. Why are you going to Polder? Oh, to see somebody there. Oh, that Australian girl. Oh, mafia business. Everyone.
They've been planted there as far as you're concerned.
Absolutely. Well, I didn't put it there. That's the bottom line, is I didn't put it there.
They're not your drugs?
They're not my drugs. Didn't put them there.
They're none of your family's drugs?
No.
Not your brother's drugs?
No.
Your friends?
No. And there's, people say, maybe your friends put it there. It's like someone asking you, did your friend put, it can happen to anyone. And it's happened to me, and I don't know what I've done to deserve it.
Customs Officer Wanata is the star witness for the prosecution. He says it's impossible that the drugs were put into Schapelle's bag when they arrived at the airport.
There's no possibility of that at this airport because as the bags come down from the conveyor belt, security is already there.
Do you believe they were Schapelle Corby's drugs?
In my mind, yes, I'm sure.
The only thing we do know for sure is once Schapelle checked her bags into Brisbane Airport, she didn't see them again until they arrived in Denpasar. At no stage in Australia was the boogie board bag weighed individually, nor was it screened for drugs. Are you telling me you've never ever taken drugs?
People have experimented when they're in like year 8, year 9. I did experiment in year 8 and year 9, but I get really, really paranoid. I can't be around it.
So you did take drugs as a teenager?
I experimented, and I'm pretty sure most, maybe 80% of teenagers actually do.
So you're not a drug taker now?
No, not at all. As my tests prove.
You're not a dealer?
No, I'm not a dealer.
You've never sold drugs?
Never sold drugs.
You've never bought drugs?
No, I never. Not even when I was experimenting, I never did. No. So, all I is saying, I shouldn't be here, and it's just really, really hard to sit in that cell for 3 days straight, not getting let out of the cage once. It's really hard to keep strong and not think. Well, yeah, you just think, who am I ever going to find out? Who did this?
Early this week, Schapelle's mum, Ros, a no-nonsense fish and chip shop owner from the Gold Coast, flew into Bali.
All we want for Christmas is Auntie Pelle out, don't we? Yeah. That's what we have to concentrate on, and that will be the best present for everybody.
That's what we mostly have to concentrate on.
Ros, like her family and friends, is trying to come to terms with Schapelle's potentially deadly predicament. You haven't seen Schapelle yet?
No.
And you're hoping to see her soon?
Yeah, I am, but I'm just scared I might break down. I don't know.
What do you want to say to her?
Just give her a hug and cuddle. There's nothing I can say to her. Just, she knows I love her, and I know she loves me, and I know she didn't do it.
Schapelle!
Oh, darling, it's Mum.
Baru datang.
No.
Ya, cuma sekarang udah ada. Nanti saya dimarah.
Oh, yeah.
Ya.
He can't let you because he'll get in trouble.
24 hours later, and Ros was finally able to see her daughter.
Everybody sends their love and thumbs up and everything, okay? And when I see you when it's visiting time, I've got heaps of reading.
But wasn't allowed past these bars.
And letters and everything, okay?
Well, the thing is, I am innocent. I didn't do it. It's my bag, yeah. And that's why my lawyers are working so hard to try to determine where and when and who. Maybe not who, maybe that'll never be found. Where and when. So it would be really, really helpful if some authorities could help me out to try to get that information.
At the moment, the Corbys are separated by a legal system that shows no mercy to drug traffickers. On the outside, a family who've long had a love affair with Bali and made it their second home. On the inside, Schapelle Corby, who's now learning this paradise could exact an awful price if she fails to convince a judge, a country, of her innocence.
I think I've been here about 5 or 6 times since I was 16.
So you've always been aware of the dangers of bringing drugs. You always understood that was not a good idea.
No, yeah, I know. I know. I don't even smoke drugs. I don't have drugs. And I've had my urine test and my blood test, and they're negative. I'm not a drug user.
You weren't just being naive and silly and thinking, I'll give it a shot.
No. Not if I can get the death penalty. Not if I can be in here for 20 years and never have a baby, never have a life. No way.
You always knew that that was what happens here if you bring drugs to Bali.
Yeah.
Can you look at the Australian people and say, without a shadow of doubt, you are innocent?
I am innocent.
Hello, I'm Tara Brown. Thanks for watching 60 Minutes Australia. Subscribe to our channel now for brand new stories and exclusive clips every week. And don't miss out on our extra minute segments and full episodes of 60 Minutes on 9now.com.au and the 9Now app.